Today, on the Sunday of the blind man, we see a great miracle that Christ speaks to the man who was born blind. As some of the fathers remind us, he wasn't simply blind, but he was born without eyes. His eye sockets didn't exist. And Christ spits in the ground and in the dirt, and he forms eyes out of clay. Of course, he could have made him see immediately, and yet he commanded him to go wash in the pool of Siloam. And the man washing in the pool comes out of the pool able to see. Some of the fathers tell us that perhaps we should be aware that miracles come easier after obedience. We too are called in these days to be obedient to many things. We're called to be obedient and to be patiently awaiting to return to life as we knew it, to return to our churches. We are called to wait with humility, as difficult as this might be. You see in the story, there were different reactions from people. Some saw the man and thought that this is an amazing miracle. Others sought to find a way to berate Christ and to show that he was not the Son of God. They challenged and they questioned both the man who was born blind and his parents, and they caused chaos, a stir. We find ourselves in a similar situation. We find ourselves having to decide whether we are to express exactly what we feel. Perhaps we are angered and impatient, and we want to return to our work and to our churches, and we should want to return. However, it is difficult for us to hold our tongues. All of us are frustrated. All of us seem to be impatient, and this is, of course, understandable. However, I humbly ask that you do your best, and you have so far done extremely well. Those in this parish whom I have spoken with, you send us cards and notes and letters and emails and messages, giving us courage and strength, and we are very grateful for that. If you find yourself growing impatient, growing frustrated, try to avoid expressing this frustration outwardly. For we must remember that the words that we say, our actions affect not only ourselves and our souls, but also the people around us. People perhaps that we don't even know. We are called to be patient, to be humble, to be cultivating our souls, whether we are in church or not. And of course, it is much better and much easier when we are in our churches. Of course, it is difficult to not be able to receive the sacraments. In the liturgy, we pray that God grants us whatever is good and beneficial for our souls and for peace in the world. Let us practice assessing whether the things we are writing and saying and doing, are they good for our souls? Are they beneficial for our souls? And do they bring peace to the world? If the answer is yes, then it is an amazing thing. If the answer is no, then let us work on making those changes. Soon we will be together again. We look forward to the day, and we hope that God continues to grant us patience, humility, faith, love, and peace as we continue to do and say and write the things that are good and beneficial for our souls, things that bring peace to the world. Amen.